Dirty D here, and I got a new toy. This is a 2018 Zero SR, and it is an electric motorcycle. That's right, lithium-ion batteries, 14.4 kilowatt-hour battery makes this thing go real fast. And it does it pretty silently, so everything's very high tech on it. Upside down forks, brakes that regenerate. That means put electricity back into the battery. I added a windshield here and a little phone mount. This is a stock SR with what they call the charge tank. That means you can use the EV chargers like cars do and get like a 6 kilowatt an hour charge. And if you're at home, it has the simple 110 volt. That's about a little over 1,000 watts, maybe 1.2 kilowatts. What's cool is the charge cord fits right here in the frame, and that's like a standard 110 power cord that goes in there, charges up overnight. But if you're out and about, this is the way to go. And the bike is real high tech. You can download new firmware into it, monitor all kinds of good stuff on your phone, really geek out on all the electric stuff if you like, or just crank the throttle and have fun. It's great at both of those things. Clean and simple, real high tech, and made in America. There is no clutch, no gear shift. There is a rear brake and a really strong front brake. This thing would probably do a stoppie, but I don't recommend it. Here's the rear brake setup. It also regenerates. It happens to match my helmet really well. That's a Bluetooth helmet, so I can listen to music and take phone calls, and a little GoPro mount on the top. So some of the questions that you mostly get with an electric motorcycle especially is, how far will it go?
All electric? Nice. How far do you get on a battery?
It'll go well over 100 miles on a charge. About 120 or so in city, and closer to 100 if you're out going 70 plus out on the highway. And it takes overnight to charge with the 110, but with the fast charge with the 6 kilowatt charging option, it would charge from a fully empty in less than 2 hours. And another cool thing is you can use this charger and that charger at the same time and get about 7 kilowatt hour charging, and really throw a bunch of juice into this thing. So it's a monoshock type setup. That's the electric motor there. It's got a little sand on it from being at the beach. It's a Kevlar belt that basically doesn't really stretch, so it lasts forever until it snaps. It's got fully adjustable suspension. I put a cargo net in that area. Another question, how fast will it go? It limits out at about 110, something like that, but it gets there really fast. And I'm no stranger to fast bikes. This thing is really fast. It's deceivingly fast because there's no gear changes. It's all linear acceleration. In other words, it accelerates just as hard at 10 miles an hour as it does at 70, When you crank the throttle, it goes instantaneously, no lag. So I always like to let people hear it start. Turn it on here first. Real simple dashboard. Says I've got about 100 miles left. It's brand new. I've only gone 247 miles on it. And 97% charge. And the red light flashing means it's not going to go anywhere because the kickstand's down. There's also a motor off switch here. And where the starter would be on a normal motorcycle, it has a mode switch, and it switches between sport, eco mode, and a custom mode that you can tweak with the application. The phone app will let you change things like braking regeneration, motor regeneration, top speed, top torque, all that good stuff. And eco mode limits the speed to 70 and limits the torque, so I use that if it's a little slick out maybe. But normally I leave it in sport mode or the custom mode that I've set up and play around with. It's real simple to operate and real fun. Here in the Florida heat, it's 90 degrees right now, and I'm not even breaking a sweat because there's no heat coming off of the engine at all.